Hello, welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Coming up, construction on the Venezuelan-funded coffee processing plant ahead of schedule. Management of Clear Harbor confirmed that redundant employees will be rehired, and 20 young women complete an intermediate creative manicure and pedicure apprenticeship training program. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
Hey, I had a good time in town last week with a pretty girl, boy.
Hey, carry me next time when you're going now.
When we get paid Friday, we gonna go.
Careful, you might catch AIDS.
AIDS? Them girl pretty. Them girl can't get AIDS, boy.
I think it's only ugly women have AIDS. Anybody could get it. If you get sick, what you gonna tell your wife?
Hey, your wife, come in.
Hey, change the topic. Change the topic.
Your family depends on you. Don't take home AIDS.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day. Only on GIS Channel 7.
The construction of the Venezuelan-funded coffee processing plant is ahead of schedule. Representative of the Engineering Corps of the Venezuelan Navy confirmed this during an interview with GIS News. Agriculture Minister Honorable Matthew Walter and other representatives of his ministry visited the project site on Wednesday. Excavation works have been completed and Navy personnel are in the process of filling and compaction. Gravel has already been placed on 70% of the site and the preparatory work is ongoing on this section of the facility where the coffee from the farms will be placed before going into the plant to be processed. Navy personnel will build a 67 by 22 meter concrete slab which will be used for the foundation of the facility. The metallic structure and columns will arrive in Dominica by October, and the entire project will be completed within 10 months. Meantime, the island's agriculture minister says the new plant will generate significant economic activity for the island and will improve the standard of living for Dominica's coffee farmers.
They will be producing coffee and they will be selling coffee to the plant because there will be a ready market for the purchase of their coffee.
The plant will require 2,000 tons of coffee annually, but Dominican farmers currently produce about 20 tons for the same period. As a result, in the initial years of operation, coffee beans will have to be imported for processing.
We intend to purchase the coffee, from Alba coffee producing countries. For example, Nicaragua. That will be done in the interim because coffee takes about 3 to 4 years before it begins to bear or to produce. And during that period of time, 5-year time period, we expect to produce all the coffee required to satisfy the capacity of this plant.
Agricultural officials are seeking to develop approximately 500 acres of coffee within the next 3 years. The minister told GIS News that a propagation system will begin soon.
Presently, we have about 8,000 to 10,000 seedlings, coffee seedlings, ready to be distributed to the farmers for planting. And the coffee planting project or the coffee expansion project will begin very soon, where the government of Dominica, in collaboration with the government of Venezuela, will be providing free planting materials, free technical assistance, and free input assistance to the farmers, to the coffee farmers of this country, so that they will be able to expand their present coffee plantations and also to develop new coffee plantations.
The Agriculture Investment Unit of the Ministry of Agriculture will spearhead operations at the coffee plant. Head of that unit is Dr. John Toussaint. He told GIS News Wednesday that a joint venture company has already been formed to develop the island's coffee industry.
We had to develop a national coffee company, Dominica Nature Island Coffee Dominica Limited. We got a board of directors and everything in place to really manage the affair of the local production. Presently, the unit is working closely with the Division of Agriculture, extension staff, to propagate the seeds at different agricultural stations. The local coffee company, Nature Island Coffee Dominica Limited, has formed a grand national company, a joint grand national company with Corporation of Venezuelan Coffee called Venedom. Venedom is the company which will be responsible to develop the whole coffee industry in Dominica.
In more news from the Ministry of Agriculture, Dominicans interested in taking advantage of the opportunity for business in the pig and poultry industries may now be able to source funds for the investment from the Dominica Agriculture Industrial and Development Bank. The aid bank has announced a concessionary line of credit to complement the project to develop and expand the pig and poultry industries, which to a large extent is manifested in the establishment of the abattoir facility at Layu Park. Through its collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, the Agricultural Investment Unit, and private sector entities, the aid bank will ensure the success of this venture. The institution intends to sensitize and encourage farmers to take advantage of this concessionary line of credit and other products offered by the bank. According to the bank's press release, in keeping with its mandate, it is pleased to support this project, which will create jobs, generate revenue, reduce the food import bill, and in general impact favorably on the livelihood of farmers, their families, their communities, and the nation as a whole. In this same vein, the aid bank is also offering renewable energy loans at an interest rate of 5%. These rates will be offered to companies incorporated in Dominica, investing in renewable energy or energy efficiency projects or project components. Renewable energy sources that will be considered include solar energy, hydropower, biomass, wind power, geothermal, and energy efficiency ventures. These projects should have the potential to reduce energy bills and allow consumers to exercise greater control over energy costs. They should also decrease air pollution and greenhouse gases, as well as lessen the overall expenses of the state and the private sector, while impacting positively on job creation. In other news, Chief Operations Officer of Clear Harbor, Brian Lambert, has denied suggestions that the offshore company is shutting down its operations in Dominica.
Clear Harbor is not closing down. We're not going anywhere.
Lambert told reporters on Wednesday that due to industry-wide trends, the company is in the process of reorganizing operations at its Kenfield facilities. As a result, it has been forced to make 243 employees redundant effective September 21st, 2013.
The bottom line, things change in business, and we've got to adjust accordingly.
He confirmed that full redundancy and earned vacation pay will be provided, and those who do not qualify will be paid 2 weeks' salary. Over the next 60 days, the company will begin servicing 2 new clients and is currently negotiating with several others with the intention of returning its operations in Dominica to full strength by the first or second quarter of 2014. As more clients are added, Clear Harbor officials intend to reach out to those employees made redundant first to fill the new positions.
Everybody on the Clear Harbor side will not stop until we restore these jobs here in Dominica. It's our company's future. We've made a commitment to these folks. We've run into a bump in the road. We're going to zig and zag, but all of these folks will be brought back so that we can continue the growth that we've had here over the last 6 years or so.
The redundant employees will be given an opportunity to enhance their skills to prepare for their return to service Clear Harbor's new clients.
We've gone out and developed and purchased a number of curriculum packages, and we will be offering series of programs for folks to increase their skills. Microsoft Office and Word and Excel, I think there's 16 or so modules that we'll be offering for employees. They can come into the facilities, use our computer rooms, take the courses. There'll also be instructor-led classes that we've not done before. This is new curriculum for advanced customer service skills, advanced sales skills. We have some language offerings. So for folks that might have a smattering of Spanish or French, and that we can help develop, so as we need those languages spoken beyond English, we will have folks that can do that.
Lambert further confirmed that the company intends to continue creating employment for more Dominican nationals.
After we bring back the employees we've made redundant, absolutely. Yes, we have 3 buildings here today that house the full complement of people we have. We have a 4th building that we've just completed, so that gives us the expansion space we need to move beyond the people that we have at this point.
Clear Harbor officials held several discussions with government to explain the reasons for the redundancy and its intention to rehire the employees.
They've given us great guidance from a labor perspective and a legal perspective. They've talked to us. They were the ones that asked us whether we could put something together to further develop the people during this period of time. You know, they've just been there for us whenever we call up and say, are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing? So they've been very helpful.
Lambert added that the reorganization of the company is not in any way reflective of any adverse situation or experience in Dominica. Plans are underway to construct a more permanent structure to replace the temporary fix to the Pont-Cassé Road. This was announced by Honorable Reuben Blackmore, Minister for Public Works, during a press conference on Thursday. Earlier this year, this area of the road underwent serious damage due to inclement weather conditions, which claimed the lives of 2 individuals. The public has in recent times expressed concerns about the stability of the temporary structure. However, Honorable Blackmore says the temporary fix was done with the promise of a more permanent structure in the near future. The Public Works Minister says designs have been finalized, work contracts tendered, and within the next few weeks, work to ensure a stronger structure will begin.
What we did was to install a temporary access, a bypass. And we did, of course, give the Dominican people the assurance that we would have constructed in due time a more permanent structure. We have finalized the design, and the project itself has gone on to the tender process. There were 4 contractors who actually were invited, 3 of whom returned the bid documents. We're just in the process of finalizing and selecting the actual contractor, and we hope within the next 4 to 5 weeks to see actual physical work taking place in the Pont-Cassé area, to have a more permanent structure that we are speaking about, and to have proper protection by way of the installation of retaining walls on either side, and guardrails, etc., And when it is completed, we have the hope that it will be something like 8 times in capacity to discharge any potential water that may emerge as a result of adverse weather condition.
Funds for the project were secured from the Caribbean Development Bank in the amount of $2 million. And in other news, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit has described the existing relations between Dominica and Venezuela as unbreakable. The Dominica leader made the remark as he addressed the official commissioning of the St. Mark's filling station in Scott's Head. The station is one of 6 funded by PDV Caribbean Dominica Limited.
It is a bond that is properly cemented. Our solidarity with President Nicolas Maduro is unwavering, and our solidarity to the people of Venezuela is unwavering. These have been friends of Dominica, and the least we can do is to extend. We have no money to give them. All we can extend is solidarity, our love to the people of Venezuela. That's all, and that's what we shall do with them.
Prime Minister Skerrit also spoke on the impact of the filling stations on several fishing communities across the island.
Our friend there in Sansove, they had to go all the way to Marigot to buy gas, hiring a van for $60, $70. And sometimes they get to Marigot and there's no gas. But today, right on the shore, on the seaside there in Sansove, the fishermen can buy the gas and save that $70 to pay their light bills and water bills and to buy food for their children. That's what we're doing.
One resident of Scott's Head, in an interview with GIS News on Tuesday, gave his impressions of the newly commissioned filling station.
What they do there is a good thing for the village. All right? But what I will say again, it's good for fishermen also, because fishermen used to take container whatever and go right Rosso and get gas to go and get gas. And the problem is that now this bus driver was making a lot of noise and this and that, and it wasn't looking proper, because what I was saying, they were looking proper because any accident whatever, the gas can explode whatever, and everybody will dead for the moment. So it's a good thing for the village. So all fishermen does benefit in it.
And that's the English segment of the news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, ministre public works qui travaille à ce chemin pour casser à l'épuiser l'occasion, et spécialement pour espérer. Our sala sorti le ministre public works Honorable Ribbon Blackmore.
Tout de suite, nous avons sélecté un contracteur pour mettre un bagage qui primaire en place pour mon Dominique. Comme ça, le gouvernement Roosevelt Skerrit, le Labour Party, qui met un pilon là-dessus à ce chemin à Dominique. Il n'y a pas de pièces gouvernement qui ça déjà fait, ça nous a fait à présent. Et bien, nous avons espoir nous continuer à faire ces bagages pour Dominique, pour faire mes chemin pour casser. Aussi, nous avons un plan pour bâtir un chemin pour casser pour White River. Puis de savane aussi. Ce sont des bagages nous sommes obligés de faire pour mon Dominique. Aussi, nous avons gardé pour chemin pour casser, pour aller peut-être souffrir, casser pour nous garder Carib Reserve pour faire certaines de chemin ça bien bon. J'attends le Premier ministre Roosevelt Skerrit qui parle comme ça. Nous avons dit à Dominique, pour Dominique, si les partis pas fait ça, qui est-ce qui fait? Nous avons ce bouc-là en opposition qui a dit nous avons gaspillé l'argent pour manger chemin pour casser, pour Marigot, est-ce que vous comprenez? Si vous avez dit nous avons gaspillé l'argent pour casser, pour Marigot, aussi, vous avez dit nous avons gaspillé l'argent pour Wajab, pour River Syric, pour Boitica, pour Delis, pour White River. place comme ça.
Alors, nouvelle officier de Wasco ensemble et puis ingénieur colombien qui ainsi qu'à assister compagnie là et puis projet de l'eau, visiter l'occasion Penville, projet West Coast et puis Coolby Street pour garder pour Goué qui a fait assister projet ça là. Monsieur Edward Register, officier relations publiques pour compagnie de Wasco.
Là nous un projet là nous Capuchoué Globe avec Casa Penville avec tout c'est côté ça pays avec nous garder ça avec projet ça même c'est un gros projet qui nous fait pas trop long avec nous t'es bien content pour nous ça ouais et ça c'est un c'est côté à nous qui a mettre c'est machine ça aussi. Après ça, nous quittons nous finissons dans un grand projet nous qui est West Coast Water Supply Project avec nous Picard avec nous à présent nous ici à Coolby Street. Deux grands projets ça c'est pour Portugal Globe mon hot barry pour monter juste Capuchin avec là nous à présent c'est ça qui est intake là avec intake ça c'est là nous ka prendre directement hot life here avec nous ka mener hot et puis pipe pour mener descendre dans ça nous qui est sedimentation tank là gloire ka poser pour un petit temps avant nous mener dans un tank pour nous ça traiter gloire avec mener bas ces monde là.
On a nouvelle gouvernement Dominica fait parole qui construction les usines café bien avancée. Ministère Agriculture Honorable Murphy Walter, ensemble et puis d'autres officiers ministres la visité le projet la mercredi. Travail excavation déjà fini et puis travail Venezuela qui a bâti le projet Salam, qui a compact l'occasion là à présent. Honorable Walter fait parole que les usines Nef Salam qui bat mon travail et puis avancer conditions standard la vie ailleurs. Les usines Salam qui méritent 2000 tonnes de café tous les années et puis habitat Dominique qui a opportunité pour de à dans café Salam. Ministre Agriculture qui a mis mise en place pour production 500 acres café en 3 années. Agriculture Investment Unit qui facilite l'opération les usines café Salam, chef unit là Dr. John Toussaint fait parole qui est une compagnie locale qui a branché puis Venezuela pour développer l'industrie café Dominique. Finalement, la division Fourwick a organisé un hike pour mettre attention à ce quoi pour Dominique. Monsieur Marshall Sultan, technicien animaux, département Fourwick.
Nous mettons un hike, au monde ça dit un marché pour Kwapo. Kwapo c'est un frog. Nous t'avons mangé pour, nous t'avons mangé longtemps. But nous pas à manger because it's in your banana. So nous venons ensemble et nous voulons marcher pour Kwapo là. Et ça, c'est le dernier jour là, à moi là, c'est un samedi. Et nous voulons tout le monde à public qui s'est marché, tout le monde qui voulait venir, il s'est contacté Forestry, ou moi, c'est Marshall Sultan. Et nous sommes menés à ce hike là, pourquoi pour là.
Pour la hike, c'est là qui est
hike ça là qui est place à Bellevue Chopé. Et nous avons marché à Bellevue Chopé pour aller souffrir.
Mais ça qui est l'idée là des activités là?
L'idée là, nous aussi. Nous voulons changer comment moun ka dit moun ni quoi pour à la tête yo dit tout le monde yo voulait en manger quoi pour là pour ça nous voulons changer c'est l'idée moun ka garder nous voulons moun garder dit c'est en jewelry dit un treasure ou voulez so nous voulons moun changer l'idée yo et ça apprendre hot quoi pour là ça nous ka faire pour aider quoi pour la vivre so ça c'est main l'idée là nous voulons changer à tête moun pour venir à ces hike là et ambiser quoi pour quoi pour là.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nous faire un pour présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
What's tasty, easy, and have a lot of health benefits? Find out next on your tip of the day.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans, and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
It's yogurt. One of the words you often hear in relation to yogurt is probiotics. Probiotics, which literally means for life, refers to living organisms that can result in a health benefit when eaten in adequate amounts. Your body needs to have a healthy amount of good bacteria in the digestive tract. Many yogurts are made using active good bacteria, so make having a yogurt or two one of your daily routines. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you so much for watching.